Hi everybody, I just wanted to add on briefly to a part of my post really quick because like before I talked about economy and how the economy dealt with military competition, but another important aspect mentioned in the snow readings for this week was about numbers wise military competition. Of course, and the beliefs of the different sides based on military because both sides came from different backgrounds fighting and different beliefs fighting and established their own conventional ways of warfare that they had previously used in World War II and World War I, which helped to develop their views. So I think their views play a big role in the military competition as well, coming into the Cold War, because it just was a it played a factor in how, if a war broke out during the Cold fighting actually broke out during the Cold War, how the American side would perceive going into the war and how the Soviet Unions would perceive to go into the war, which also created this military competition. So I just want to touch on that really quick. And we all know about the nuclear forces. I mentioned that earlier in my post, and we all have our own understanding of the nuclear threat and the power of nuclear forces during the Cold War. So I just wanted to touch on the conventional forces. And Snow mentioned a major aspect would be how would if a war broke out during the Cold War, how would it be fought and what kinds of force would be used? And just going on with what I was saying, that each side would use a different kind of force because they believed in different tactics, which led to this military competition. And so after reading the American views, the Americans viewed a productive system as using sophisticated equipment to defeat the enemy. Therefore, they could have, if they had more equipment, then they could use less troops and less people to take on the other military, because they had more equipment that would allow them to use less people and better utilize their forces. And so the Americans believed that they could do damage through more sophisticated equipment. However, the Soviets believed that they could fight a war and their type of force would be more troops. So theirs was complete opposite of the Americans, and how the Americans believed that they would go about this use of conventional forces, which created all these aspects, created this military competition between the two. And so just to put some numbers that Snow mentioned, he said the Soviet army was larger than the American army by it was 2.5 times larger. And the Soviet military, or the Red Army as the Soviets called them, had 4 times the number of tanks. However, the U.S. had helicopters and Navy vessels and better equipment that could be used to fight this conventional warfare. So I just thought that, just wanted to add this to my post because I thought it was, besides the military competition economically and using the Americans had more money to better gain more sophisticated weapons. This notion just gives a better idea, focused mainly on the military and competitions between the two militaries, because they all had their different views of how this conventional warfare would take out. So I just wanted to add this to my post because I thought it was important. So have a great weekend. Thank you.